Brand new information into our newsroom in just the past hour on that fatal stabbing at a North Olmsted Giant Eagle.
That's right. We've just received 911 calls and videos that paint a frantic scene following the incident.
911, what is your emergency?
There's a child. He's bleeding all over the place. We're at North Olmsted Giant Eagle. I don't know what happened to him.
He was then seen exiting Volunteers of America, walked over to Giant Eagle, where she was on their cameras, spotted Mrs. Wood and her son, and then proceeded to follow them out to the parking lot. And somewhere near their vehicle, Miss Ellis then attacked the two of them.
But remember, they always tell you that this is about your safety. Welcome to another installment of the Connecticut Gun Bench. Today's video is brought to you by P.A.N. Firearms, LLC. P.A.N. Firearms, your NRA certification and multifaceted gun training. You can reach us at 203-300-6343 or use our website at www.panfirearmsllc.com. As always, there'll be a link in the description box below. And if you like channel-like content and what I do here, you can support me with the link. Everything's appreciated. Connecticut residents, plan on getting a Connecticut pistol permit. Please get that training and your paperwork turned in before July 1st. Training addendum has been handed down, but there's some gray areas that have not been made clear. Also, the state seems to be playing some shenanigans. You have your permit, watch the expiration date. Don't let it expire. There's a link to the online renewal portal for the state of Connecticut for permits in the description box. Keep an eye on that. Let's talk about this. We're going to go out to North Olmsted, Ohio, where I have to do a really just sad story. And the reason why I talk about this, if you watch me enough, you've seen me cover certain events, such as this one, repeatedly. The reason why I cover them is for two reasons. One is to expose the hypocrisy of the anti-gun movement, and also to remember the victims who basically are just lost in the shadows because their deaths or the methods of their death does not check the right boxes to get the concern, action, and outrage that other methods do. Let me be very clear on what I'm saying here. If you're shot by an AR-15, especially if you're a child at a school en masse, you will get all the attention money that you could ever dream of. If you are stabbed to death, you're just going to be a side note and a local story. And that's kind of segue where I'm going. North Olmsted, Ohio. This was Monday, this past Monday. Mother and a child were walking through a store and were randomly targeted by another woman who then attacked both of them with a knife that apparently this person had picked up within the store and killed a 3-year-old boy, Justin Wood. And I'm going to say you should be saying his name too, just as much as you would say the name of children who are killed by firearms. His life matters too, but it's a total expose of the hypocrisy of the anti-gun movement. You saw a little bit of video, so I'm going to give you more context and then we're going to come back.
We are getting a first look at surveillance camera video from the deadly attack at a local Giant Eagle.
3-year-old Julian Wood was killed and his mom was injured. Police say Bianca Ellis stabbed both of them in a random act of violence. Today, North Olmsted police releasing new video showing the moments leading up to the horrific attack. Now, we are not showing the actual attack, but we still want you to know that we should warn you that parts of the video may be upsetting to watch. The video showing Bianca Ellis walking into the police station there around 2:30 that afternoon. She's pushing her own wheelchair with a suitcase. Detective Sergeant Matt Beck confirms she was there in connection with a previous nonviolent case. Ellis then makes her way to the Volunteers of America thrift store, where police say she stole 2 knives, then briefly stops into Bins and Things before walking into Giant Eagle. At 2:58, she walks past the service desk with the knife waving by her side, and no one appears to see it. Then we see her walking near the cash registers. Again, no one appears to see or react to the knife. She then passes Margot Wood and her 3-year-old son, Julian. Ellis immediately turns around and starts to follow them. Cameras show just before 3 p.m., Ellis walked into the lobby and follows behind the mother and son as they exit the store. Cameras then show her following them through the parking lot and to their car.
You heard that and you saw that. I'm going to leave a link to the GoFundMe page in the description box if you choose to donate to these people, because they're not going to collect the millions of dollars that we've seen other people collect when tragedy has struck them, because, once again, the method doesn't suit the agenda. This 3-year-old boy lost his life for nothing from a random attack because a violent person just decided they were the person that was going to fuel their wrath. And because they didn't use a gun, they're of no importance. This remains a local story. It's a local story and will remain a local story. This boy's actually being buried today, if I'm not mistaken. Now, a little bit about the attacker. This person had been picked up prior because of some outstanding warrant. That person was at the police station in response to that. And then right after leaving the police station, basically went right to the store, picked up a knife, was walking around with it, as you heard in the video, and just randomly picked out this woman and her son. Biden's not getting on Air Force One to fly there. That ain't gonna happen. These people are not gonna get any notoriety. They're not opening the State of the Union address, and they're damn sure not gonna go to the White House. Why not? This boy's death it just doesn't fit. That's the hypocrisy of the anti-gun movement. They tell you about making safer communities. Well, being stabbed to death does not make a safer community. The implement is not the issue. And I get so fucking sick and tired of watching these people prop up all these victims of gun violence while they ignore stories like this. None of these asshole senators are going to get up on a microphone and get in front of the media to talk about any kind of control of any kind whatsoever over this story. Why? Because it doesn't fit. This is the shit that I'm talking about. This is what pisses me off. That boy's life meant just as much as any child who is killed by a firearm. I don't care how it's done, but it just once again shows you that this has nothing to do with your safety. They don't give a shit about you, your children, or your safety. It's about exploiting the dead for their own agenda. That's what this is about. This is what you're seeing. This story is a perfect example of it. And I say fuck any of them who want to come back and try to tell me any differently. Because this story has not left Ohio other than spatters. Imagine if this Justin Wood had been killed by an AR-15 or any firearm en masse. Congress, Sheila Jackson Lee would have a big poster board of his face on it behind her in Congress talking about the safety and protecting our children. My heart goes out to the family because you're going to be forgotten very quickly. Because they're not going to have annual meetings where they gather you all together down in Washington, D.C. for propaganda. It's not going to happen. You're not going to be invited to any violent seminars because, once again, your son's death doesn't fit. That's the reality. That's the game, and that's the disgrace of it all. But let me know what you think. As always, you can leave your comments in the comment section below. And as always, any statements of violence or statements that lead to violence will be removed. Please like, share, comment, subscribe. Don't forget to hit that notification bell so you're notified the next time a video goes live. I'm going to see you on the next one. Peace.